Welcome to the European Magazine interview with me, Juliette Foster. Now, for 90 years, Cooper Pharma has been at the forefront of pharmaceutical excellence, pioneering innovation, and ensuring a greater healthcare access across Morocco, Africa, and the Middle East. From manufacturing and distributing vital medications to partnering with global industry leaders, the company's unwavering commitment to public health continues to shape the future of medicine. Well, joining me to explore Cooper Pharma's journey, its impact, and the strategies it's using to drive pharmaceutical progress in the region is the company CEO, Ayman Cheikh Lahlou. Ayman, it is very good to see you. But look, Cooper Pharma, it's been a key player in Morocco's pharmaceutical industry now for about 90 years. So, in that time, what do you think has been its most defining achievement?
Thank you, Juliette. Looking back at Cooper Pharma 90 years journey, there's been several milestones that we are incredibly proud of. However, if I had to pinpoint the most defining achievement, it would be undoubtedly our sustained and successful transformation from a leading Moroccan pharmaceutical company into a truly diversified international pharmaceutical group with a significant footprint across Africa, the Middle East, and also Europe. This isn't just about geographical expansion, it represents a fundamental shift in our operational model and strategic vision. It's an achievement built over decades within Morocco, establishing our credibility and expertise. The recent acquisition, on top of that, of Sanofi plant in Saudi Arabia with a top-notch manufacturing plant, and also the building of Abidjan and Kigali plants, and the operation in Czech Republic and in Spain also are encompassing this achievement.
So, how do you think its approach to pharmaceutical innovation has evolved over the years? What are the key things that stand out for you?
This is a critical question, Juliette, because innovation in its broader sense has always been at the heart of Cooper Pharma. Though its manifestation has certainly evolved over the last 90 years. In the beginning, in the earlier decades, we were mainly focused on the Moroccan market. Innovation was largely centered on localization and accessibility. This meant at that time adapting to the international formulation to local needs, bringing essential medicine, pioneering in domestic manufacturing, reducing our import reliance, and bringing more science into the kingdom. As we grow, and the global pharmaceutical landscape also shifted, our approach changed and matured. We began to invest significantly in life cycle management of existing molecules, in more drug delivery, evolution of the molecules. And more recently, the last 10 years, our expansion in Middle East, Europe, and Africa, our approach in innovation has become more strategic, more diversified. It's no longer just about developing new formulation. It's about first, market-driven innovation, meaning that we need to identify the unmet need of specific region we operate. We need to acquire specific rights for this region. For instance, in Saudi Arabia or Rwanda or Côte d'Ivoire, it is the specific health challenges of those countries that have shaped our country strategy. The second point is in the manufacturing processes. It has evolved a lot, the manufacturing processes, and we worked a lot into improving efficiency, bringing the highest standard of quality, which is also a form of innovation. The third part of innovation, I would say, is in our partnership, in the collaborative innovation that we are bringing ties with pharma international companies, institutions, biotech firms, firms more focused on drug development.
Okay, but given the global urgency around healthcare access, how is Cooper Pharma advancing not just the availability of affordable medicines across Morocco, but also in other international markets as well?
Indeed, Juliet, access to quality and affordable healthcare is not just a business imperative for Cooper Pharma, but it's a deep-rooted commitment that stems from our long history, particularly in Morocco. We approach this challenge with a multi-pronged strategy that spans our operation. Firstly, a core pillar of our strategy is local production and manufacturing. By producing a significant portion of our portfolio locally in Morocco and now in Saudi Arabia, in Africa, we are achieving several key objectives. One, cost reduction, because local manufacturing is reducing reliance on import, medication, the currency risk, and reducing the duties also. That allow us to control the price. The second is the supply chain resilience, and we have seen this in COVID. Building a local supply chain is key, is essential, and it's crucial for continuous patient access, especially when we talk about chronic conditions. This was mainly seen during the pandemic. Then there is also the economic impact locally, because you create value around the economies of each local country, and you contribute to build an ecosystem. Secondly, we have a very strong focus on branded generics. On top of our international innovative companies partnership, we also have developed quality products in branded generics that are similar to the brand, but with a fraction of the cost. And this is essential to the maintenance of our healthcare system. Quality standards are always also at the forefront of what we do.
Now, I know that Cooper Pharma maintains very strong collaborations with multinational laboratories. So, what, in your experience, actually drives the success of these partnerships? And how do they translate into tangible benefits for regional healthcare?
Our collaborations with multinational laboratories or big pharma are indeed a cornerstone of our strategy, and we are cultivating them more and more over the decades and for the years ahead. Their success, I believe, is hinging on on a couple of key factors. First, mutual trust and shared vision. These partnerships are built on deep understanding of each strengths and objective. The multinational recognize Cooper Pharma profound local market knowledge, our robust regulatory expertise, our distribution network excellence, and the quality and compliance SOPs. Secondly, our success is due to our operational excellence and our adaptability. We offer our international partners a reliable and high-quality gateway into complex and diverse markets, particularly in Africa and Middle East, whether it's through local manufacturing, under license deals, co-marketing, distribution deals. We have the agility and infrastructure to execute this partnership effectively and to the highest international standards. This includes navigating through diverse regulatory landscape efficiently. Thirdly, our long-term commitment. It's very important to have the long-term commitment in our field. And this long-term perspective is allowing us for a deeper strategic alignment and more impactful joint initiatives like in CSR fields. Now, regarding the benefits of those partnerships for the local communities and the region, there are manifold. One is the enhanced access to innovative medicine through access program. Two is localization of new technology. Three, uplifting healthcare standards, adapting to the local medical need, and it always need to be in a win-win spirit, and that Cooper Pharma is trying to achieve and to fulfill to the highest standards.
I want to broaden things out now by looking at sustainability because it is a growing priority in all industries. So, given that, can you describe to me Cooper Pharma's environmental charter and what you regard as its most significant sustainability initiatives?
Sustainability is absolutely critical, not just as a goal imperative, but as a fundamental aspect of responsible corporate citizenship, especially in an industry that directly impacts public health. At Cooper Pharma, our commitment to sustainability is woven into our ESG, environmental, social, and governance framework, and it is reflected in our actions and policies. Our environmental charter that we have adopted in 2021 is outlining our core principles for minimizing our ecological footprint. It focuses on several key areas. The first one is about sustainable purchasing. We are prioritizing the acquisition of recyclable material and high efficiency equipment across our operations. This means that looking at the entire life cycle of our input is essential. The second point is about energy optimization. Strong emphasis is put on reducing the energy consumption and crucially integrating renewable energies, particularly in our newer plants. This is a significant step towards reducing our carbon footprint. Three, optimal water management, since water is essential in manufacturing of medicine. Promoting a rationale for water consumption in all our production processes and implementing efficient water recycling and treatment services are day to day. Water scarcity, on top of that, is a significant concern in many regions that we are serving, so we must do that even more. Then we also have the waste management and wastewater treatment, ensuring that all waste generation and wastewater discharge comply with the strictest environmental regulation with a focus on responsible disposal and minimization of hazardous waste. Fifth element is the eco-friendly logistics. Remember, we're in a supply chain, big environment. As a pilot initiative, for instance, we are exploring to use electric motorbikes for medicine deliveries in certain urban areas. That is signaling our intention to reduce this carbon footprint. Beyond this charter, our most significant sustainability initiatives are tangible actions on the ground, and we've been doing that for decades. Investment in green infrastructure, our new manufacturing facilities, both in Morocco and internationally, are designed with sustainability in mind. This includes, for instance, incorporating energy efficient system and exploring renewable energy sources. The partnership we have with the Mohammed VI Foundation for Environmental Protection has been in place for many years, and this is a long-standing cooperation that is a testament of our commitment beyond our direct operation. We are, for instance, actively participating in different programs like the Eco School, like the Clean Beaches, like the Flower Cities in the Kingdom, which aim to instill environmental awareness and drive tangible improvement within the communities across Morocco. There is also a very big internal awareness and practices within the company. So we actively work to reduce consumption of water and electricity in our offices and facilities. And we promote also a tobacco-free environment across all the workspace. This is fostering a culture of environmental responsibility among our employees. Certifications also are part of it. Our adherence, for instance, to international quality standards, such as the various ISO certification, often include environment management systems that are solidifying even further our commitment to responsible operations. We also have been recognized by the CGEM CSR label, which acknowledges our commitment to environment responsibility. I would say that ultimately, for Cooper Pharma, sustainability is about ensuring that our growth and our mission to provide healthcare solutions do not come at the expense of the environment. It's about building a resilient, responsible, future-proof pharmaceutical company.
Okay, and let's focus for now on geography because we know that Morocco is emerging as a really dynamic hub for pharmaceutical innovation. So, how do you think Cooper is positioning itself within the wider Middle Eastern and indeed African markets? What is it that you're doing?
Morocco has indeed emerged as a significant pharmaceutical hub, not just for its domestic market, but as strategically also as a gateway for Africa. Cooper leverages this strong base to position itself as a leading regional pharmaceutical group with a unique blend, I would say, of local market expertise, international quality standard, and a deep understanding of the diverse healthcare needs across the Middle East and Africa. Our strategy is actually built on several key pillars that allow us to effectively navigate and expand within this vast and dynamic region. One, strategic local production, localization, and also acquisitions. We don't just export from Morocco, but we establish a significant local presence in the countries. The acquisition 3 years ago of the Sanofi plant in Saudi Arabia, for instance, or the new construction in Abidjan plant or in Kigali plant are very good examples. This decentralization of manufacturing is crucial. It allows us to tailor to the local needs, to produce medicines specifically adapted to the prevalent health challenges and regulatory requirements of each country, each market, and they are diverse. Two, it will also allow us to ensure accessibility and affordability because while you are locally producing, you're reducing the import reliance, you are making medicine more affordable, and you are confirming a stable supply chain. Then there is also the fact that we are contributing to the economic environment of each country by job creation, by knowledge and technological transfer. The other pillar is about our positioning as a gateway to this region for multinational companies. And we've been working with more than 20 pharmaceutical international companies, helping them access more Middle East and Africa, helping them understand more the local complexities of these countries and being a clear gateway or a bridge for between those companies and the markets of the region. And this is allowing those innovative companies to bring their solutions to these emerging markets efficiently and also ethically. We also have a diversified portfolio approach. Our portfolio strategy is dual focused. We, on one hand, maintain a strong base of high quality, affordable branded generics to serve the primary care. And in the same time, we are increasingly investing and bringing our partners specialty pharmaceutical products stemming from biotechnologies or latest technologies in areas like oncology, autoimmune disease, orphan drugs that we see raising in terms of prevalence also in our region. This dual approach ensures that we address both broad public health needs and specific high-value therapeutic areas. The number 4 item is about the robust distribution and commercial presence. 400 out of 1,600 people are on the ground in distribution and sales. And this is our differentiators compared to other companies. Our direct commercial teams in key markets are ensuring effective promotion and market penetration, market access, adapting every time our approach to each country's unique healthcare landscape. Our subsidiary, for instance, Cooper International, located in Dubai, is handling our export activities in Middle East, French-speaking Africa, and also Europe, and it's a good pilot unit. The fifth element is about the training and the development of our force. We actively are contributing to developing the skills of our force, our workforce in this region. This is not only to support our own operations, but also to strengthen the overall pharmaceutical ecosystem in the region. In a nutshell, Cooper Pharma is leveraging Morocco's geopolitical stability and industrial maturity as a launchpad. Then strategically, we've been and we still implement operations in the markets of the key markets of Middle East and Africa through targeted partnerships and tailored, adapted portfolio that we are bringing. Our ultimate goal is to bring better, greater autonomy for those countries with the essential medicines, but also the more specific medicine we're bringing.
Okay, so look, with support for over 50 foundations and associations, what I need to know from you is the role that corporate social responsibility plays in Cooper Pharma's broader mission and identity.
I would say that our company is supporting more than 50 foundations and associations that are a cornerstone of our CSR and corporate social responsibility. That is not only based on add-on or philanthropic endeavor at Cooper. It is an integral part of our overall mission and deeply embedded in our DNA. For a company like ours operating in the healthcare sector for more than 90 years, our primary mission is to improve public health and well-being. And CSR for that is simply a broader, more holistic expression of that mission. We truly believe that a healthy business cannot thrive in an unhealthy society. Therefore, our commitment to supporting more than 50 foundations and associations, particularly in Morocco, is a tangible manifestation of our belief that we have a greater responsibility that goes beyond manufacturing and distributing and the pharma business. It's a significant role that CSR is playing in our overall mission, enhancing healthcare access beyond our product, beyond the pill. While our core business provides medicine, we recognize that access to healthcare also involves education, prevention, and community support. Through our partnership, we support initiatives that provide medical caravans to remote areas, conducting healthcare awareness campaigns on topics like diabetes, hypertension, blood pressure, or cancer. We help to facilitate screenings and support vulnerable population in accessing care. This directly aligns with our mission to improve healthcare outcomes, even for those who may not directly purchase our products. Building sustainable communities is another part of it. And we do that while supporting this action through foundation on education, youth development, environmental protection, and social integration.
But we know that pharmaceutical manufacturing does come with some very strict regulatory requirements, unavoidable. So given that, how does Cooper Pharma uphold quality standards in the production processes? What is it that you're doing that stays on the right side of those regulatory requirements?
You have hit on one of the most critical aspects of our industry, Juliette. In pharmaceutical manufacturing, quality isn't just a goal. It's an absolute prerequisite and a non-negotiable commitment. Patient lives and health depend on the safety, efficacy, and quality of every single product we manufacture. At Cooper, upholding the highest quality standard is embedded into every layer of our operations. First, the adherence to the international GMP standards, good manufacturing practices. So this is a foundation for every pharma company. All our manufacturing facilities, whether in Morocco, Saudi, or in Africa, are designed, built, and operated in strict accordance with international GMP's guidelines. This includes not only the physical plant, but also our SOPs, our operational procedures, the personal training, the equipment maintenance, and the documentation. We are regularly inspected and certified by national regulatory bodies in the countries where we operate, and increasingly by the international authorities as well. Two, it requires a robust quality management system. We operate a comprehensive and integrated quality management system that covers every stage of the product life cycle. This QMS is continuously also monitored, reviewed, updated in order to ensure its effectiveness and compliance with evolving global standards. It encompasses, for instance, rigorous raw material sourcing. So we meticulously qualify and audit our suppliers to ensure that all raw materials, active pharmaceutical ingredients, and excipients are meeting the most stringent quality specification. It goes into also the in-process controls. Throughout the manufacturing process, we are implementing multiple in-process checks and controls in order to monitor critical parameters and ensure consistency and quality at every step. Then we also end up by testing the finished product. So every batch of every product undergoes extensive analytical testing for identity, purity, potency, and stability before it is released to the market. So after the point one, that is GMP, the point two, that is the quality management system, then on point three, we invest in state-of-the-art technologies, modern precision manufacturing equipment, advanced analytical laboratories operation. And this technology allows us for greater accuracy, consistency, and efficiency in the production and provides the necessary tools for rigorous quality control and assurance. The acquisition of the Sanofi plant in Saudi Arabia, for instance, has also brought to us a top-tier manufacturing capabilities. The number four after this is the workforce, is the highly skilled and trained personnel. Our people are our greatest asset after all this system. And they are the temple for the quality to guarantee the quality of our product through quality control, quality insurance, pharmacists and specialists, chemists, engineers who are highly qualified, and they undergo continuous training of the latest GMP regulation, the latest technological advancement, and the latest quality management principles that are updated continuously. And this is rooted in our employees' culture. Then you have the documentation and the traceability systems for every batch, every process that is meticulously documented, traceable from the raw material to the finished product. That is allowing us to go through investigation if any issue would arise. Sixth, the continuous improvement and audit. We maintain a culture of continuous improvement and regularly conduct internal audit, external audit by our partners, third-party certification like the ISO standard in order to identify areas for enhancement, improvement, and compliance with the most current international benchmark. Ultimately, upholding quality standards at Cooper Pharma is not a departmental function. It is a collective responsibility and a core value that underpins our commitment to delivering safe, effective, and high-quality medicine to the patient globally.
I want to look as well at ESG because the ESG principles are gaining momentum across the corporate landscape. That is the reality of business in the 21st century. Now, I know that Cooper Pharma is extending its footprint into Rwanda and Ivory Coast. So, can you explain to me how that expansion actually feeds into or reflects the company's broader vision for sustainable and at the same time inclusive growth.
Our expansion into Rwanda and Cote d'Ivoire through the establishment of new manufacturing plants is a very good illustration of how our growth strategy is linked with our broader vision and critically with our commitment to robust ESG. This isn't just about market entry, it's about building a sustainable and impactful presence in local communities. First, the strategy has something to do with our DNA. Then, from a broader vision perspective, these expansions are foundational to our ambition of becoming a leading Pan-African and Middle Eastern pharmaceutical group. We recognize here that the future of healthcare development lies within Africa, with its rapidly growing population and increasing demand for accessible, high-quality medicine. When we establish local production hubs in strategic locations like Rwanda or Cote d'Ivoire, we are actually diversifying our manufacturing footprint, reducing reliance on long supply chains, and positioning ourselves to serve these dynamic markets, countries more efficiently and effectively and with more autonomy. This move signifies a shift from merely exporting to becoming an integrated local player contributing to these economies. Now, concerning the ESG strategy, these investments directly address all three pillars. One is the social one. By building state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities, we're improving access to essential medicine with local production that is allowing to shorten the lead time of availability of medicine, reducing the costs, and ensuring a more consistent and vital supply of drug, and improving the local healthcare systems. We are also contributing to high-value employment creation. These plans are generating significant direct and indirect jobs for local population, fostering economic development and transferring critical skills in pharmaceutical manufacturing, quality control, supply chain management. This is happening over time, of course, but we are doing it from the beginning. We are also contributing to building local capabilities, and this autonomy I discussed before for these nations, reducing their reliance on imports, strengthening the national health security. That is a crucial lesson we got from the pandemic. The second part of the ESG is the environmental part. Our commitment to sustainability that is outlined in our environmental charter is central to this design and operation of these new facilities. They are being built with consideration for energy efficiency, incorporation of modern technology, minimization of energy consumption, waste and wastewater management, implementation of advanced systems for responsible waste disposal and water treatment in order to reduce our environment footprints. The renewable energy integration is also more and more part of our systems, and we are exploring, deploying some solution allowing for energy optimization. Then the third part is the governance one. Operating in new territories demands the highest standard in terms of governance. These expansions require us to uphold to ethical practice wherever we are, ensuring strict adherence to local and international anti-bribery, corruption, and fair competition laws. Being transparent in our operation is key. Maintaining clear and transparent reporting, operational procedures, building trust with government, regulators, and communities. We are also actively engaging with local governments adapting to their strategy, engaging to local HCPs, healthcare providers, and communities in order to ensure that we align with every national health priorities.
But Ayman, let's look at the wider picture because the pharmaceutical sector has faced significant challenges in recent years, along with many other sectors, including disruptions to its supply chains. So, what I need to know from you is how has Cooper Pharma adapted to these global challenges so that you can at least minimize the impact they have on what you do?
Indeed, we have faced global challenges, and this is a very pertinent point, Juliette. The recent years, we have seen an onset of global pandemic that has tested our resilience in our industry. Cooper Pharma has adapted to these global challenges, especially the supply chain disruptions, by accelerating and reinforcing our strategies with the development of new approaches. And this adaptation can be, I would say, summarized in a couple of key areas. One is the diversification and localization of supply chain. This has been our most significant strategic response. We recognize the inherent risk of over-reliance on single-source suppliers or specific geographic regions for active pharmaceutical ingredients and excipients. So we have proactively worked to qualify multiple suppliers, broadening our network of vetted and raw material suppliers across different continents to mitigate the risk associated with regional lockdowns or geopolitical tension. Then we have increased our local manufacturing ratios. Our ongoing strategy of building new plants in strategic locations in Middle East and Africa, as well as expanding our local capabilities in Morocco, are key foundation about this production localization. This is allowing us to reduce our dependence on international freight, customs, long lead times, making our supply chains shorter, more resilient, and less susceptible to global shocks. Then we also worked on our inventory management system and buffer stocking because during the periods of high uncertainty, we need to adjust our inventory strategy. While balancing inventories is a key action, we also strategically are building buffer stock for critical medicine, for essential raw material to ensure continuation of supply and preventing the shortages that now are a standard in the world. Digital transformation and data analytics also are helping us to gain better visibility across the entire supply chain. The implementation of advanced planning systems and data analytics are new things that are helping us in that sense. We are also now monitoring in real time the disruptions, tracking the potential delays in our inputs supply. We are working much more in the optimization of our production schedules, adjusting the plans of the manufacturing. We are also working in the improvement of forecasting, and this is thanks to the latest tools that we've been blessed to have with this technological rise. Another key element is the cooperation, the collaboration, the better communication with our partners, the cross-functional teams that we have put in place in order to manage the supply risk.
But following on from that, given that the company supports healthcare professionals by providing essential medicines, how does Cooper Pharma actually tailor the products it produces so that you're meeting the needs not just of doctors, but also patients?
Yes, so this is a fundamental aspect of our commitment, as our ultimate goal is to serve both healthcare professionals who are at the front lines of patient care and the patient themselves. Tailoring our products involves a continuous feedback loop and a deep understanding of the market needs and unmet needs. First, for the patient, the primary drivers are accessibility, affordability, and efficacy and safety. Accessibility, we ensure for that end that our products are available where and when they are needed. This means that not only manufacturing them, but also having a robust distribution network that is reaching both urban centers and more remote areas. For instance, our wide network of depots in Morocco is ensuring widespread availability across all the kingdom. Then comes the affordability parameter, and this is crucial, especially in emerging markets. Our strong focus on high quality, cost effective branded generics is allowing us to offer essential medicine at prices that patients and healthcare system can afford without compromising on quality, of course. Then, efficacy and safety, this is paramount. We adhere to the most stringent international GMP standards and continuously invest in quality control and assurance to ensure every product delivers the intended therapeutic effect safely.
Okay, and just to close out, if you had to sum up Cooper Pharma's legacy in just one sentence, possibly two, what would it be?
That's a challenging but fitting final question, Juliette. If I had to sum up Cooper Pharma 90 years legacy in one sentence, it would be Cooper Pharma's legacy is built on relentless dedication to making essential, high quality medicine accessible and affordable, and also bringing innovative ones over our region. And it is done also while transforming from a local Moroccan pioneer into a pivotal force in the region for health development across Africa, Middle East by empowerment.
A great note on which to end. Sadly, we have run out of time, but Ayman Cheikh Lahlou, CEO of Cooper Pharmacy, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Juliette Foster, and you've been watching the European Magazine interview.